everyone. We have to talk about momentum today because yesterday I called momentum. I made the video at 70 cents about 21 hours ago, and then momentum took off, made new all-time highs, went all the way up to $4. Absolutely insane. Topped out at $4.03, and now it's 71% down from the all-time high that just now happened a few hours ago. So this is pretty crazy. I'm going to talk about momentum and where I think it's going. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Go ahead and become a member of the channel. And as always, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get straight into it, guys. So as you can see here, in the last 24 hours, we are up 182%. But like I was saying before, we were at $4 at the all-time high. So that's actually crazy. And the volume at the all-time high, you can see here, 5.9 billion. And then you can see the market cap at the all-time high too, around 825 million. So that's a huge difference between the actual market cap and the trading volume at the all-time high. Well, now the trading volume is at 3.1 billion and the market cap is at 234 million. So it's kind of crazy. Everyone kind of got used as exit liquidity here, but this is what the chart's looking like. And look, I made the video all the way right here yesterday. I made it right here inside of this spot. So this is pretty much where we were at right here. We were pulling back because we had hit that 88-cent level, and then we started pulling back to like 70 cents, and then I made it at 70 cents. And then I said it could pull back a little bit more before the next takeoff. And went from 70 down to 58 cents, and well, 57 cents slash 58 cents. Watch with the video from yesterday, you'll see me talk about that. And then from there, you just start taking off. So as it started to take off, you can see it went all the way to the moon. Absolutely crazy. I think at this point, whales, they're just picking one project, completely pumping it, and then dumping it and using holders as exit liquidity. Because as you can see, this project now has 65,000.78K holders, right? And you can see here on the video where I made it at 70 cents. But also on the same video, when you come back here, yesterday, it had, what is that? That is 6,187 holders. So how do we go from overnight 6,187 holders all the way up to where we are now at 65.78K. That is a huge difference. It's a difference inside of 60,000 holders overnight. So that's why it dumped, right? It went all the way up to $4.03. And then on other exchanges, it actually went way higher. This is Binance. On Binance, it went all the way up to $4.45. So it did that very quickly. But then, as you can see, the whales dumped on all the new holders and used them as exit liquidity, right? And a lot of people, they were getting burned on this, actually. So this person right here, and he's trying to call MMT Finance a scam. He said, guys, wake up, another Chinese mafia style scam finally just dropped. MMT Finance, yet another basic DEX that does absolutely nothing new, launching on another irrelevant chain. I wouldn't say Sui is irrelevant, but this person posted this and says some thought that shorting MMT was a good idea. This is someone losing $492,000 trying to short MMT, which is momentum. So they tried to short it and they obviously failed dangerously, right? As you can see here, they got in at 64 cents and they thought it was going to keep going down. But if they would have watched my video, they would have known it wouldn't have had much room to go down. We were looking at this level here as like maybe 50 cents, but that wouldn't be worth it because the upside potential is just too high to short, right? But anyways, that person shorted and lost $500,000. But yeah, people are saying that this is like a Chinese scam. That's what they're saying momentum is, and the whole DEX thing. And anyways, this person says everyone wants to know where retail is. Well, Chinese figured out how to sell directly to their own people as exit liquidity I've seen a few of these projects that are based over in that region and are straight up pump and dumps. And I bet retail investors are getting, shitted on. So this is kind of crazy. And I don't know. There's a possibility that it could be. I mean, this thing came out of absolutely nowhere, and the marketing is pretty good. And they're getting listed to all these exchanges. We don't know who the team is. We don't know who the developers are. So they're really not doxed. So it's kind of hard to really know what's actually going on. So maybe this is someone who's part of another. That's just a GIF. So it's just a little meme. So yeah, you don't know who the team is. They don't have any information about that. None of that type of stuff. But whether or not it's a scam, I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows at this point. But we do have them being listed everywhere, like literally, and there's literally a competition I think going on with Binance and them. L Bank listed them. As you can see, Binance here is doing something with them, some type of reward thing. Upbit Korea. So I mean, you can pay to get listed onto some of these exchanges too, but it's hard to tell what is a scam and pump dump and what's not. But anyways, this person then says right down here, makes total sense that MMT is up 300% on the day at a $1.3 billion fully diluted volume with completely organic volume. That's of course 12 times its market cap. It is what it is. It is what it is. But let's move on from this. Let's look at the charts and see if we have anything that could happen here soon. And when I was making the video yesterday and we were looking at the actual DEX, I did say like this, it looks like, I didn't even know nothing about the Chinese scam thing, but I did say this kind of looks like a basic DeFi app, because I was almost like mocking it for a second when I was reading this. I was like, financial operating system for the tokenizing future, the operating system powering the next era of global finance where assets are tokenized, seamlessly connected and tradable in one place. Seems like every single crypto wallet, seems like every single crypto DeFi exchange, DeFi app out there. And that's exactly what I said during the video yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of did some basic thing and threw it out there and was like, let's see what happens. Because this is a basic DEX. There's no perpetuals here. I feel like if they had perpetuals, and they had futures and they actually had something like that set up, then that would actually be pretty solid. But you can see here, there actually is money on the chain in the liquidity pools here. So they actually do have more going on from than that person saying. I think that if they did create perpetuals, that would boost the project a lot, because perpetuals is becoming huge in this space. Very, very, very big. So I would definitely say it would be in their best interest actually to actually use that. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But kind of stepping back a little bit here, I want to go over the chart here. But as you guys know, this is like it's a brand new project. It just launched. So there's really no real technical analysis you can do on this. But what I am going to do is show what is happening right now. So we can't do a full breakdown. I can't predict where it's going to go. Nobody can. And it's just so new. You just don't know what's happening. You don't know if it's a pump and dump. But what I can say is a few different things about it that I do see. So for one, if we are going to continue to pull back here, we could see a pullback coming to this support down here at about 88 cents. And that is because we had resistance there at 88 cents. So that could easily be used as resistance or as support. And we also have the Fibonacci area there as well. So it kind of confirms that to being the support line in a way. Also, if you will, I guess you can try to say maybe a falling wedge is building up right here. I don't really want to say that's a falling wedge, but I don't know. Someone let me know if you think this is a falling wedge. But the way it's forming right down here shows that it's probably going to end up, it could break out to the upside, And if we scroll down in here, we can see we've kind of already bottomed out twice here. The second bottom is a little bit higher than this one. There is a possibility that this could continue downwards, this so-called falling wedge, right? So we'll see if that happens. But like I said, it's too new to do a technical analysis on this. Typically, falling wedges are bullish patterns. Maybe this does something like what Chain Opera AI did, and just completely pumps and takes off again and does another major 4x 5x. But I don't know, anything is possible at this point. So sorry, but that's all I can give you guys, because there's not much going on right here. Like, the best time frame that I could look at this on is the 5-minute chart, and you know how short term that is. Now, if I were to be day trading this, right, then I would be banking on this going down. And what I mean by banking on this going down, I'd be betting that like this is probably going to end up going down a little bit more, but I wouldn't be trying to short it. And the reason why I wouldn't be trying to short it is because the time to short it is when it was at $4, and not when it's all the way back down to $1.18. You should have been shorting down there. There's a possibility that it could go down more, but since it's so close to the bottom where it launched, I don't think that it would be a smart idea to short. But I think your best bet would be to let it pull back. Let it pull back, see if it goes to 40 cents, see if it goes to 28 cents. Wait a week or two. Everybody wants to go and pull the trigger so quick when they're trading, but they always get burned doing that. And you're always going to get burned if you always try to buy immediately. Like, I like to watch things. I actually have things on my watch list over here, and I like to watch things. So I watch stocks all the time. Stocks are down huge right now, but I'm still not buying because I think things are going to pull back a little bit more, even for crypto here. I think crypto is going to pull back a little bit more as well. And I think this thing right here could pull back a little bit more as well too. So if I were going to trade this, I wouldn't be buying right now, even though there looks like it's a slight chance that it could break out, even like another % trend exhaustion, giving you a little slight look of what it would look like breaking out. But I still don't think that it's going to continue an uptrend right now. So if it does pull down, then you could always try to get in possibly lower down here. I wouldn't even be trying to get in like at 80 cents after seeing how it just dumped like that. But look, if you come back and you look at all the holders that are inside of this project now, it has got a lot of holders now. 65.78K, a lot, right? It had 6,000 yesterday. Now it has 60,000 more than what it had yesterday. So that is a huge accomplishment for them. And they've definitely have built, the project up. But, one thing that you will notice is like the top wallet here, maybe this is connected to the DEX, right? The decentralized exchange they got. Maybe it's connected to the pools. They got the liquidity pools. The top wallet has a lot. This wallet has a lot. Maybe it's also connected. This one and this one and this one. This is Binance. But then at some point you're like, is this also a liquidity pool? Is this one liquidity pool too? Like, wait, what? You just start seeing like, it's like almost 90% inside the top 10 wallets. You always gotta ask those questions when you see projects like that. And it's and sometimes it is like major exchanges like Binance will hold a lot of something, or they'll actually have liquidity pools, and one of the addresses on here is used as the liquidity pools. Like, you gotta ask those type of questions. But still, I don't think this, I don't know, it's hard to tell if it's a scam or not. We need to see the team. We need to see who's developing it. They need to show their face. I think that's probably going to be the one thing that makes people actually trust a project like this. They need to see the team. Like, who's the team? Who created this? What are their goals? We need to know more about it. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for you guys today. I'm going to try to release more gems before they take off like this one. But right now, I wouldn't even be messing around with it because, it's that ship's been sailed. Maybe it goes up again like Co-AI, but I would just look for the next gem now. So I'll keep you guys posted. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None is financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Become a member of the channel. And anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. As always, I'll be back with another video.